Welcome to this second chapter of Depression to Manifestation series. So, today we'll be talking about self work. So, you must be surprised, like, this series is about manifestation, right? So, why am I going or in the direction of self work? So, just like if you want to write some exam or attend any good interview, you need to have some minimum requirements. So, just the same way, even if you want to manifest some things, for that also you need some minimum requirements, and that minimum requirement come from this sentence. So here this, so universe listens to those who love themselves. So from this one can come to a position that loving yourself is very important if you want to manifest anything in this world. So but nowadays what happens, just consider. So there is this person who is about having only 30% of negativity and rest is positive. But if this person more clings to negativity, then that 30% will increase to 70%, and then the whole life will feel negative. So in this condition, eventually he starts hating himself. So if he can't love himself, then how he can even manifest what he want to manifest, right? Because even if you say some good affirmations, it won't work, because internally he is not thinking good or about himself, and he is not loving himself. So if you don't love yourself, then universe will never listen to you. And for that reason, working on self is very important, especially when you are dealing with any negative insecurities about yourself or any negative emotions which is related to you. Okay. And even if you are dealing with any kind of depression as well, even in that condition it will help. So even before, there are some important methods from which you can overcome from all this kind of negative emotion from your mind. So before that, I'll talk about this core concept called internal state and external state. So as I mentioned in that earlier example, so there was only 30% negativity in this person, but the more he clinged towards negativity, the whole life became negative. So what happened here, it was just 30% which was negative, but the more clinging to negativity was kind of, he internalizing that negative feeling. So once he internalized that, so then it turned into true reality, because he started attracting similar negative situations. So his outer reality also turned into something which is very negative. So from this concept we can understand the internal state and external state as well. So internal state is nothing but what you think about yourself and also the world around you is internal state. So whatsoever the true reality that exists outside, that is external reality. And it is believed that whatsoever you think internally, that will manifest into outer reality. So this is nothing but internal state will turn into outer external state. So obviously if you're thinking negative about yourself internally, then they will attract that kind of circumstances, and outer reality will also turn negative. So if you really want to change this loop, then you must change internally. So you must start thinking positive about your own self. So now comes the most important thing, that is self work. Okay. So the self work is nothing but, creating this self belief, positive self belief in yourself. How you can do this? By thinking positive about yourself. So we keep thinking or saying negative to ourselves, so we should stop that. We should start saying only positive things to us. And yes, if life is completely messed up and there is only negative everywhere, then how you can do this? So for that reason, you can use these methods. So one method says that you can actually register all your old wins, so your past wins basically. So whatsoever the win you had from childhood till now, you can register all these wins. So what will it give? So it will help you gain the confidence, and it will help you have that sense of self-worth for you, and it will also try to motivate you and think positive about you. So when you think about the past wins that you achieved, so those childhood, obviously I'm pretty sure you might have won some good competitions in your childhood, you might have that trophy in you. So once you start thinking about those past wins, it'll make you feel good about your own self. So from with this as starting point, you can start thinking and feeling good about yourself. So this will help you gain confidence, and also it will help you to love yourself again and remove that self doubt what you have in your mind internally. So the next thing is already feel like you're winner. So this is very weird, I know, but this also works because especially when you are starting something new, there is always a fear of failure that haunts us. So in order to deal with such a fear of failure, you can already feel like you are a winner and work. So this will give you confidence, and most probably it will help you, dealing with that fear of failure. And next, just keep thinking positive about yourself. That itself is enough. So at end, you must agree that if you start to love yourself, if you start to believe in yourself, if you start to value yourself, eventually the world will, because whatsoever the internal reality is there, that will eventually turn into outer reality. So which means if you start thinking about yourself positively, in a positive manner, then obviously you those kind of circumstances will happen. And eventually if you love yourself, believe yourself, value yourself, eventually the world will also start believing you, loving you, and valuing you. So this is the concept. But I will share my own experiences as well, because if I just say whatsoever thing that I learned from course, I think that is, just saying what I heard from somewhere, and I'm just saying it here. I don't just want to do this. I just want to add my own experience, which can help you. Okay. So when I was dealing with depression and so much negative things, because I'll tell you, I started multiple things, and I failed miserably in multiple things, and there was this one more negative trait I had, and because of that I was literally failing every single time whatsoever I was trying, and so much negativity and so much failure. And also it feels like at one point what happens is there is so much negativity in your life, like it just feels negativity, negative, negative, and it becomes a negative loop again. So in that situation, it's really hard to actually be in and deal with certain things like that. And all kind of inferior feelings, they come and haunt you like anything, like you're not valued, you're not worthy. So many negative things. Okay. Honestly, if you are dealing with such things, you can feel me. So how to overcome from this? I genuinely feel, along with whatsoever I said in this part of video, you also need to test these experiences that I'm sharing now. So first 1 month, I literally tried exercising. So first 1 month completely, it was like, choose your timing, either evening or morning. Just go for walk. But I would say start exercising, because just walking won't help you. Because basically the thing is you should sweat your, okay, the sweat should come out. So and that happens only when you do proper gymming or uh, some exercises. So that is one thing. So first 1 month that I did, but still after some days I also completely broke. It is like complete breakdown. And then I started doing nama japa. Okay, I just don't know, I have some good combinations. So going to God actually helps me a lot. So I was doing Nama Japa whole day, and more than Nama Japa, I was listening to this satsang a lot. Like whole day, I used to listen to this satsang, and even in that time, also you will be feeling so on and so forth, so much negative feelings. But still, I think if you properly do this one complete month, I think God will somehow show you the right direction. Either He'll show the right direction, or He will try to heal you completely. I genuinely feel one thing, that is, if you genuinely from your heart want to change yourself, and if you go and ask to God, He will definitely show you the path where you can, change, or else He'll give you the strength to handle things. I experience it from my life, and I can say you frankly. So please, if you can't do anything, just go and at least ask God that I genuinely want to change, and please show me the path. I'm sure somehow he'll show you, either through a reel or any good short video, or you might come across any message in any ad camp. where it is the same answer that you asked as a question to God, it will some or the other way he'll try to answer you if you genuinely want that answer and genuinely want to change yourself. And then obviously attending some good courses, so they are also helped me. But I would say the most was Nama Japa and completely surrendering to God, that helped me a lot. Okay, and then start focusing on something very something like, maybe it could be your passion, so start giving more focus to your work, that passion, and improving yourself. Try to read the self-help books. This
And also,
sadhana also help a lot. So and this recitation of mantras, whether it's Hanuman Chalisa or Vishnu Sahasranama, so they also have huge impact, especially if it is uh, if we do in this time where the astrological transit is supporting as well. So in this time, the results whatsoever we get, that will also be exponential. And yes, I can't even imagine, it was just before a month ago and now I'm kind of changed a bit. So this cannot happen, you know in such a very less number of time, or such a very less time. It can't happen like this, but still it's happened, because I would definitely say it's because of sadhana and trusting God and surrendering completely to God. So if nothing works, please go and surrender to God and do sadhana, because that will actually help. And especially if it is done in this time, uh, you'll see results which you can see, the kind of results that you'll be seeing in 3 months, you can see just in 1 month, just in 20 days. I'm sure about this. So you can consider me as your example for that. uh at the end, I just want to say one thing. So love yourself. So only loving yourself, admiring yourself, valuing yourself will help you to manifest anything that you want to life, that you want to manifest in your life. So only loving yourself. Okay, so love yourself. Loving yourself and improving your self-worth will help you manifest whatever you want to manifest. And if you love, value yourself internally, then that will also be seen outside. So you'll meet amazing people who will actually treat you right. So please follow these kind of things, and your life, I'm pretty sure, will change soon. Bye.